Hi, I'm Ryan.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Rob. And we are the Barista Brawlers. We are talking about the Pokemon Direct that launched today. And,
that was today?
And that was today. And
Sweet.
We're going to cover 4 sections from the Pokemon Direct. We're going to do the intro video. We're going to do new Pokemon Snap. We're going to do the Diamond and Pearl remake. And then we're going to do Pokemon Legends. So I think that's about pretty covers it. It was a pretty short Direct, so let's start.
It was about 20 minutes.
It was a 20-minute
25.
Yeah, 20-25 minute video. And I think the majority of it was the opening scene. So let's start with that. Ryan, what are your thoughts on the opening?
I actually thought the opening was really probably my favorite part of the whole thing, actually, funny enough. And I'm not saying anything about the games yet, but the presentation-wise, the original, first 10 to, I don't know, it was like 10 minutes almost? No, 6 or 7 minutes of that. Was really cool because it was nice to see kind of an evolution of the past 25 years of all of the games and what they have produced since Pokemon started in 96?
Yeah, 96, I believe.
96? Interestingly enough, very, very interesting. They mentioned that the original game came out in Japan on February 27th, 1996. What else is fantastic about February 27th? It's my birthday. That's right. It came out the same day as my birthday. So Pokemon and I
Were
share
you in
a birthday.
Japan? Did you get the game?
No, I was 12 and could no longer fly in international flights.
Well, there was that one incident, but we're not going to talk about that now.
That's what happens when you're 5 and you think you can go to Poland.
Well, honestly, that video made me cry. I definitely teared up. Little tears were streaming down my face. It was really nice to kind of see how Pokemon had evolved, as you said, over the years. And in addition to that, I was kind of feeling the same emotions that I had seeing Pokemon for the first time as I was like growing up. So that was kind of interesting to experience. You know, we all kind of grew up with Pokemon together. We all grew up the same way.
We all evolved. It's a presentation. It definitely echoed with me. Personally, I didn't realize that there was just so much media. Like I thought I followed like the Pokemon trend pretty closely and knew most of everything. But there are airplanes, and I knew of the apparel. There is obviously the trading card game that we grew up with. But there's just so much. Like the toothbrush thing, I didn't know there was that.
I thought the clothing thing was pretty cool.
Yeah. I also knew
I
about...
actually want one of those button-ups. Those are
I want to invest in like maybe a Snorlax one or a Dragonite one, because I think they have one for every Pokemon. I could be mistaken.
I want to get the creepiest one of all time, and that's Ditto.
You're a Ditto? Yeah, okay, that seems alright.
That's all he does.
But other than that, I really thought it was well done. It was a perfect way to show the evolution of the series from 96 to now, and it's 25 years. It's unbelievable that we are all older than Pokemon.
Yeah, I know. There was a time in our lives where Pokemon didn't exist.
Yeah.
About Pokemon. I'm really excited, you guys, about Pokemon Snap. I think back to playing the original on the N64. I had Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap as my first 2 games that I had gotten on the N64. And I was actually looking at the original packaging for Pokemon Snap, and the catchphrase was, "Catching Pokemon is a snap."
They're pretty funny.
Oh, you think you're funny. So, Pokemon Snap had like super high reviews when it first came out, and I think it's one of those games that just everyone knew, everyone knew about it. Everyone was nostalgic for it, and now it's coming back. Now we get to experience it again as adults. Now kids get to experience the new Pokemon in Pokemon Snap the way that we had it when we were young. So I'm pretty excited to play through it. Also, the Diglets were my favorite. They would just swoop out.
And then if you did something, and then the Doug Trios would come out. Yeah. So as far as Pokemon Snap, I actually enjoyed it. It kind of brought like the anime to life in a sense. There was Todd. I think his name was Todd. Could definitely be mixing that up, but he was it was basically playing the anime version of Pokemon, because there was the game version of Pokemon where it was all training and battling, and then this was just like unique Pokemon, exploring Pokemon in their environment and taking pictures. Definitely had a lot of fun, like throwing the smoke balls. Throwing the smoke balls at the Pokemon, they're just like, although it was a very short game. They only had like a couple of stages. There was a volcano one, there was a waterfall one, there was a park one. It just kind of going off the top of my head. And then there was like the ultimate Mew level or whatever. And I beat that game. I was so addicted to it. I played it and beat it with the first day, and I remember that I stayed up all night long, and I had school in the next morning, and I got yelled at by my parents, and they're like, "Don't you have school in the morning?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm almost done," and beat the game. But now there's so many new features for this that it looks like that you could actually edit the photos after you had taken them. You could add stickers and everything. You could share them online. I think that's going to be a big thing for Barista Brawlers, to kind of like show all the different videos, all the different pictures that we have, and it's just kind of having fun with it. It's just going to be so unique, and it's going to be a great experience.
Before Ryan goes, I was actually just looking up. There were 7 different levels in the original game, and it only featured 63 of the original 151 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Wow.
Couldn't really store that much.
Yeah, well, we had 150 to work in, and now we have over nearly 1,000 Pokemon at this point.
Almost over 1,000, I think.
Yeah. Ryan, what are your thoughts on Snap?
I never played Snap. Never got into it for the 64. Never picked it up. So I don't really know much about it. Other than I know it was like a rail shooter. Wasn't it? It was like a rail shooter. You were like, and you would stab.
Yeah.
Which again, cutesy fun, cool. Just not my cup of tea.
We're gonna get you to love photography. You love photography. This is right up your alley.
I know I love photography.
It's right up your alley.
You like photography. I don't like to be on a rail. It's just like a rail shooter where I'm just like, oh, look, I can't move 3 feet to the left.
You could actually go 360 with it, but...
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Oh, well, now I'm going to pick it up. Sweet.
All right.
You could probably even look
Hi, kids. Welcome to Sarcastic Ryan Hour.
Dang.
You can probably look up at the sky this time.
Oh. You guys going to go on a Pokemon together and look up at the sky with each other?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway.
All right. So, Diamond Pearl remakes.
Diamond Pearl!
Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
Oh, yes.
Brilliant
Sparkling Diamond, Shining Pearls. Shining Pearl.
No, it was Brilliant Diamond.
Oh, Brilliant Diamond.
Sparkling Pearl.
Oh.
She got it right
Shining.
the first time.
Brilliant
Shining.
Diamond. Brilliant
Did I say
Diamond.
sparkling?
Shining.
Shining Diamond.
Anna, did I say sparkling? I apologize. I meant to say shining.
Now, with Diamond and Pearl, it relaunched the world Wi-Fi trading. So you battle,
Yes.
you can trade online. And I was like, all right, that's cool. So I started battling online, and then I realized that there was actually a lot more. a lot more involved in, the game mechanics of EV training and IVs and natures, and it just gets into so much math, and that's where I got my competitive scene. And so 15 years ago, going back in that, it's still to this day, I do try to make one competitive team when the new games come out. And so this is definitely going to be a good throwback to me. I did love the artistic choice, because I was a little worried that they were going to do like the Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield kind of look to it, just kind of poured it over, but they went with a more classic design, and I loved that about it. I think that was a great choice on their part. And there was a little, and then in battle they normal size. But so you get the best of both worlds, the classic nostalgia, and I'm looking forward to playing it again, revisiting the region.
Cool. Again, maybe it's something I'll try out. It depends on how much it's going to be, how expensive it's going to be. But for someone who's more of a what do they call it? Like a relaxed Pokemon gamer. I mean, maybe I'll get it. Depends on if I'm like, I need my Pokemon fix. So maybe.
I mean, I'm excited to play this one. It was the first Pokemon game to be on the DS and having the 3D graphics, which I think is kind of cool. That we're going to see it in a new light when it was so revolutionary to begin with. So I'm kind of excited to play it. Which one are you going to get, Rob?
Well, I think I'm going to get Diamond. Because Anna and I usually get like whoever wants the version more. When I got Diamond and Pearl, funny story, I had gotten it a day early from everyone else from the worldwide release, because it was a mistake that somebody put. It was at Walmart. Somebody put the game in the case a day early, and my parents made them sell it to me. So I had gotten the game a day early, and I was playing it before everyone else. And I started with Diamond. I had Diamond, and then I picked up Pearl, and then Platinum. So I had all three, but I started with Diamond.
You dork. Right. I love you for it.
Because you gotta trade to yourself when you're just, when you have no friends. You gotta trade to yourself.
Friendless Rob.
Two DS's.
Friendless Rob.
Yeah, I had 2 DS's, and then I had the games I trained myself to, and I got them all. So I win. Kind of win. So
good game, Rob. Thanks, Rob. I had fun. Me too.
And also, if you don't, because you're stuck with one save file, so if you don't want to reboot the whole game and you want to play the game over, you gotta just pick up another game.
It's cool, buddy. I'm here for you. I'm your friend now. So is Anna.
Well, I mean,
and there's your friend and your wife.
This was also back when the cartridges cost under $40.
That's true. I think they actually were 40.
30.
Were they 30 or 40?
Games were 30 at that time? Legends, Arceus. Is that what it was called? Arceus Legends or something?
Legends Arceus.
Legends Arceus. I'm going to start on this one, because this one is actually the one that I was actually much more interested in than anything else. I like the concept of going back in time, being a little less, technologically sound. It seems more like it's a not a feudal, but like, years back kind of idea, and that they're really just trying to settle the land, and it's more open world than anything else. I love a great open world game, and one of the difficulties with the Pokemon games is they're very, very linear in their style. Don't get me wrong, they have little open spots, but you go from one spot to the next storyline wise. It's cool, that's fine, that's absolutely fantastic. But what I like about this is the exploring aspect. Again, thank you, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, for ruining my wanting to explore everything in every game now. Actually, technically, thank you, Grand Theft Auto 3, but whatever. So the fact that they're finally kind of opening it up a lot more. It was very interesting, the mechanics of that game and how it looks, because they didn't really give you that sense that you're stopping, you're going and going into the battle between the two, and they're just standing there. It looks like you can actually kind of move around the scene and the sequence a little bit more as well. You know, like the battling is kind of outside, like you're not in that stat kind of looking thing. You're now outside of it a little bit, and I find that really interesting. And it also seems like, you know, you actually have to throw the Pokeball and aim at the creature. It doesn't just look like, hey, I'm gonna throw. I didn't need to aim, really. We're fine. Yeah. No, this looks like you're actually having to aim and throw it. That seems really fascinating to me.
Anna, your thoughts?
So that's what I'm excited about.
Like Ryan, I'm also pretty excited about the open world concept of this game, where they kind of teased an open world concept in Sword and Shield. So now they're giving us a full expansion of it in the entirety of the game. They didn't mention who the professor was. They said a certain professor. That is kind of what I'm looking forward to finding out.
It's Professor Oakley.
Well,
Professor Oak's great-great-great-great-grandfather.
That's what I was thinking. That was one of the first thoughts that I had, because Professor Oak created the Pokedex, so he had to get that idea from somewhere. But then again, the professor that was in Diamond and Pearl, I was reading a profile on him, and apparently he was the oldest Pokemon professor. So maybe it was him himself.
So, with Legends, the first thing that I screamed out, and you know, kind of going back on what Ryan said, it's Pokemon Breath of the Wild. Like that's what it came to me. I did see that there was, like Ryan said, you had to aim. You kind of you had to do the aiming, the throwing, and then you would run up. And I imagine it being a battle. Like I was concerned. I'm like, is it just going to be like a running around and collecting kind of thing? But they did show battling too. So I'm like, all right. So now you get the battle. Why are you, like, my question is, why battle when you can just throw the ball and catch it? So I'm a little confused about that. One other little knick-knack thing that I noticed, because we watched the replay, and this is just, and again, the game is in development, this is a little trailer for it, so, you know, game footage is not official 100%. When the Pokemon were further away, their animations were slower and looked flat. When the Pokemon were closer, they would seem to be more like 3D models.
Pokemon Sleep was announced over 2 years ago now.
Right.
And we haven't had any updates on how that's going or what's next, or if they're even still doing it.
Yeah, there was also a Pokemon game that looked like League of Legends that was in development and just kind of went, you know, who knows where.
Nowhere.
So
it went the way of Kingdom Hearts.
In the way of Kingdom Hearts. Just stuck in development. And, I mean, will we get them? Maybe, maybe not. It's really hard to tell at this point. So yeah, so that was my... the only one thing that I was kind of looking for to direct. I did love the presentation. We predicted that there was going to be Diamond Pearl remake, so I'm glad it's actually a thing. We knew that Pokemon Snap was coming out, so glad to see a little bit more about that. And with Pokemon, Pokemon Legends was completely off the rail for me. It was a complete surprise for me, and I didn't think it would be as involved as it was. It did kind of key into what I thought the perfect Pokemon game would be, was to have open exploration, day and night, and to kind of just have the overworld, the feeling of the actual character and the trainer rather than the Pokemon themselves. Because if you're running around and you're doing the exploration, you're gonna get tired, and it's gonna be daytime and nighttime, and you're not gonna actually be able to see Pokemon. And we're getting pretty close to that type of dream game that I think is going to be apparent pretty soon. So
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I didn't really have many disappointments because I'm more into the Nintendo Directs than the Pokemon Directs. Because I'm just not as into Pokemon as you two are. You guys are in depth with it. I enjoy it. I enjoy when a new game comes out and I have fun with it. So, like I said, the Arceus one looks really, really entertaining, really, really interesting. Cool with that. I'll probably get that one.
I'm actually curious about multiplayer mode in that as well.
Yes, and compatibility. I
am also curious.
Is Arceus, because I don't think that Diamond and Pearl would you'd be able to send Pokemon to Arceus or Legends, whatever you want to call it. I think that's going to be a standalone game, and then Diamond and Pearl is going to connect to Pokemon Home, Go, and the other versions. Just because they're all seemingly getting ported onto Switch, so I think there's going to be more connectivity through there. But I think Legends is going to be its own kind of thing. Maybe you might be able to, because it's the same region, you might be able to transfer from Legends to there. Maybe get some Legend exclusives, but I don't think you're going to be able to transfer unless there's some weird thing. But even the game Diamond and Pearl is actually coming up a year before, so.
Well, everybody, thank you very much for once again joining us for Barista Brawlers. My name is Ryan.
I'm Anna.
And I'm Rob, and thank you so much for watching. See you again next time.